Hello class, this is ABS sir from Visual Physics, and today we'll be discussing DPP, that is daily practice problems on electric dipoles and dipoles in external electric field. So first of all, before going into the question section, let me discuss the key points which you should know by now about dipoles. If two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance d, then electric dipole P is given as Q into D, where dipole is a vector quantity and the direction of dipole is always taken from negative to positive. Mind it. We take electric field direction from positive to negative, but dipole direction is taken from negative to positive. This point should be noted. Second thing, unit wise, you know what is coulomb into meter, coulomb meter. Due to dipole, I may have to find electric field at its axis, that is axial point. Due to dipole, I may have to find electric field at its equatorial point, or due to a dipole, I may have to find an electric field at any general point of distance r and making angle theta with its center. Okay, so electric field due to axial point is directly given as, E is equal to 2 into K into P. I am just writing about magnitude by R cube, where R is the distance of the point from the midpoint or center of dipole. Electric field at equatorial point is given as K into P by R cube, where I have already told you, I mean when I say K, I mean 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. For a general point, what I can do, because my dipole is like this, so I can resolve my dipole along parallel and perpendicular component. So if this is my P, then this component will be P cos theta and this component will be P sin theta. So at this point P, the dipole moment of P cos theta, this point is lying on its axis. So just using this formula, I can write it as 2K P sin theta upon R cube. And for P sin theta, this point is lying on its equatorial point. So I can write it as Kp cos theta by R cube. So my resultant of this two will be, somewhere like that, net, making an angle alpha. So two result I have to know. First is my E net is equal to Kp by R cube 1 plus 3 sin square theta. This is my first result which I should know. And second is relation between the angle tan alpha is always half of tan theta. Okay. 2p cos theta. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, Naveen. Thank you for this is cos theta. This is sin theta. I'm sorry. Cos theta. This is sin theta. Okay. So these three points you should know, that on axial point, if I have to find electric field, it will be 2 Kp R cube. If on equatorial point I have to find Kp R cube, But if any general point at distance r and making angle theta, then E net will be Kp r cube under root of 1 plus 3 sin square theta and tan alpha, that is net electric field with that parallel component, is half of tan theta. Okay. So yeah, E net also I have cos square theta. Cos square. Thank you, Naveen, for this minor glitch. Okay. Point number 2 to be noted, or you should know, is then a dipole is placed, then we have to calculate force on it. So my second point which I should know from visual physics application is that force on dipole placed in. Again, 3 points I'll be telling. First is uniform electric field. So for uniform electric field, I know it is very simple. You know what is the if a uniform electric field is given E and a dipole E minus B. So obviously, if it is Q, then a force is acting in this direction QE and another force is acting in this direction minus QE. These two forces are equal and opposite. So F net will become what? 0. F net will become what? 0. But these two forces are not acting on same line. So my torque, there will be a torque. So my torque is there. If a dipole is placed in uniform electric field, force is 0, but the torque is given as tau is equal to Q into E, that is my force, into perpendicular distance between two. Suppose initially it was making angle theta, so this will be d sine theta. So Q into E into d sine theta. But I know what is Q into d. It is dipole moment. So T into E into sine theta. Vectorically, I can write cross product of dipole moment and electric field because torque is also a vector quantity. Okay. Point number 1 clear. Now, point number 2. If a dipole is placed in non-uniform electric field, non-uniform electric field, then I know my force F is minus P into dE by dx. Why dE by dx? Because electric field is varying. It is not constant. Okay, how, sir? Let us take an example. Suppose I am given with an infinite line charge. Okay. And I have placed a dipole at r distance from this point. And I have to find force on this dipole. Okay. Now, electric field due to a line charge, in previous class only I have discussed 2k lambda by r. But this electric field is not constant, it is varying with distance r. So my force on the dipole will be given as minus P into dE by dr. So in this case, I have to do differentiation of electric field if electric field is not constant but some function of distance. So these 2 points you have to keep in your mind. So now let us go to the question section. Question number 1. Two dipoles of dipole moment P1 and P2 are at distance x from each other. Okay. So if I am given with a dipole P1 and dipole P2 and distance between them is x, I have to find force between them. So force, we already know force is what? Force is charge into electric field. Yes or no? Force is what? Charge into electric field. Okay. Because the electric field due to, suppose I'm trying to find force on second dipole due to first. So at this point, there will be electric field due to first dipole E1, which is given as 2 into K into P1 by x cube. It is a function of x. Yes or no? Right now only I have told you that I can write force in case of non-uniform electric field as T into T2 into TE1 by Tx. I just have to do nothing. I just have to, differentiate it. P2 into d by dx of 2k P1 by x cube. All these three things are constant. I can take it out. 2k P1 P2 dx x to the power minus 3. So it will become minus 3 will become, if I reduce, the differentiation d by dx of x to the power n is n into x to the power n minus 1. So minus 3 into x to the power minus 4. So because x to the power 4, x to the power 4, x to the power 4, I got this option. Minus 3 into 2 is 6. So I will simply 6 number. Next. This question is good. The locus of the point in xy plane where electric field due to dipole is perpendicular to its axis. So you have to understand. I am given a dipole plus and minus. And I have already told that any general point, if this angle is theta, my net electric field with this axis is alpha. So it will be making with the axis of dipole, it will be making alpha plus theta angle. So what it is saying from the question itself, it is saying it's perpendicular to the axis. What? The locus of points of electric field. So alpha plus theta is given as pi by 2 or 90 degree. And I know already tan alpha is half of tan theta. So I can simply put the value of half of tan 90 minus alpha, and on solving I'll get this answer, option D. The rest is maths, you can solve on your own. Okay, next question. Question number 3. The total electric force on an electric dipole placed in an electric field of a point charge. Hello. Again and again I have told you, you have to find the keyword from the question. Here the keyword is point charge. If there is a point charge, I know the electric field is kq by r square, that is E is not constant. And if E is not constant, then force can never be equal to 0. So it will be never 0. Okay, next question. Two short dipoles are located at this and this point, and you have to find the resultant electric field due to the two dipoles at point 1, 0, 0. So even though it is a three-dimensional question, you can see that x and z are playing role, but y is not playing role. So I'll just make this question in 2D only. I'm plotting for x and z. My first dipole P is placed at 0, 0, 0, 0, P. And my second dipole P by 2 is placed at 1, 2. 1, 2. P by 2 is placed at 1, 2. And both are along k cap means both are along z axis only. And now I have to find the resultant electric field at point 1, comma 0. So I have to find at 1, comma 0. I have to find electric field at this point. So you can see that electric field at point this, suppose I put this point as Q. So electric field at point Q will be due to electric field due to dipole EP at electric field due to dipole EP by 2. With respect to P, we see it is on its equatorial point. Okay, with respect to P, we see that it is on its equatorial point. So I can simply write it as P into K into 1 cube, because distance between those 2 points is 1. But with respect to P by 2, I see that P by 2 is along Z axis. P by 2 is along Z axis. It is on its axial point, and not only axial point, but it is in different directions. So I can simply write it as minus K into P by 2. Now, what is the distance between these 2 points? 1, 2, 1, 0. Obviously, I am not taking X. I will take only Z component. It's 2. 2 ka cube. So on solving, you know what will be my answer. Minus 7 by 32. That is option number B. Okay. So what trick I applied? First of all, even though question is given in 3D, I have made this question for 2D because I am more comfortable in 2 dimensions rather than 3 dimensions. And second is that I use the principle of superposition. Okay. Next question. An electric dipole is kept on the axis of a uniformly charged ring at distance, but the distance is not given. There is a sufficient data is not given. Let me take this distance as root 2. Let me take this distance as root 2. Okay. So this was not given in the question. I'm sorry for that. But now I'm giving the distances root 2r from the center of the ring. Now, let us see. What the question is trying to say is that there is a ring of a radius r and charge q, and suppose at distance x I have placed a dipole of moment t, which is root 2r. Okay, I have to find force on the dipole. I have to find force on the dipole. So again, the key point is, you see, electric field due to ring, we have already seen that E ring will be given as K Q X upon under root of R square plus X square Q. Right? We know this formula. But this is not constant. No? It is not uniform. No? It is a function of distance. So my force will be what? P minus P into dE by dx, where I will put x equal to root 2. Okay, got the point? So what is the concept? Why I am not simply putting? Because my electric field is not constant, it is function of distance. So I am using this formula. Force is minus P into dE by dx. Now, why this question is tough? Because you see x is in numerator also, x is in denominator also. So first we have to know quotient rule of differentiation. How many of you know this quotient rule of differentiation? I guess most of you must be knowing it in class 12. But what does quotient rule of differentiation say is that d by dx of, suppose f of x and g of x is given. So I will simply write denominator into differentiation of numerator minus numerator into differentiation of denominator whole upon square of denominator. This is quotient rule. When I have to differentiate, why I am doing this? Because I have to differentiate d by dx, k q x, x square plus r square whole power 3 by 2. I have to differentiate this electric field with respect to x, with respect to distance. So for this reason, I am using this quotient rule. K and q are constant. Just you have to differentiate And by differentiating, that is a pure mathematical part which you can do on your own. My final answer will be coming as F is equal to minus KQ upon 3 root 3 RQ. Again, I am sorry to say, but no option is matching the answer. It's 4KQ, 4, but 2, but no. So all the options are wrong. So this question was not properly framed. I'm sorry for that. KPQ by 3 root 3. This is my answer. Okay. KPQ by 3 root 3. Okay. Next question. Two electric dipoles of moment T and 64T are placed in opposite direction on a line at a distance of 25 centimeters. You have to find electric field at neutral point, that is zero electric field. So we have already seen this concept in visual physics application as well as in DPP while solving neutral point of electric field. Only thing is that at this time now we are having T at 64P. Total distance is 25 centimeter. Obviously near smaller dipole only there will be neutral point. E neutral will be 0. Suppose this is x, so this will be 25 minus x. Now this point is definitely lying on the axial point of the dipole moment. So without wasting much time, I'll simply write k into 2p by x cube is equal to k into 2 into 64p by 25 minus x whole cube. So on solving, you will get x equal to 5 centimeters. Concept of neutral point, but in this case, no two charges, but two dipoles. Okay, next. Again, this question is, we have already done this question. By mistake, I have added this question in this DPP. So, I'm just solving, giving you the hint how to do that. Plus Q is placed at a comma 0 and minus 2Q is placed at 2a comma 0. You have to find at a point where resultant electric field is 0. Okay, you have to find a point where resultant electric field is 0, and my answer is x equal to minus root 2a. Why? Yes, very good, Naveen. As the this charge is smaller, so my point will be nearer to this. But where? Can it be here or can it be here? Outside. Yeah, very correct. Because now I have already taken the option x equal to minus root 2. You can solve on your own. Suppose it is at distance d from origin, or say from this point d. So I can simply write it as k into q by d square will be equal to k into 2q by a plus d whole square. So my d will come at minus root 2 times of k. Next question. This question was very lovely question. Now, this question is conceptual question. A very good question. Let us discuss this question in detail. First is here a bent form of arc is given. Upper half is having positive charge, lower half is having negative charge. Okay. I have to find dipole moment of this rod. How to find the dipole moment of this rod? Let us see that. We know the upper half is there and we have lower half. Okay. Suppose I take a small section. So if it is at angle theta, I am taking a small angle d theta. So this length will be my r d theta. and charge on this will be lambda into r d theta. Okay. And because this radius r, so the distance will be from this point will be r sine theta. But symmetrically, if for positive I was having something, and for negative also I'll be having same r sine theta minus lambda into r d theta. So my definition of dipole was small dipole. Why small dipole? Because I'm taking a small section. Was lambda r d theta, that is charge, into perpendicular distance between two, that is 2r sine theta. Perpendicular distance between this portion and this portion is what? R sine theta plus r sine theta, that is 2r sine theta. So my net dipole will be integrating all this section from where to where? 0 to 2 theta 0. So lambda is constant, r is constant, 2r is constant. So you can take them out. 2 lambda r square 0 to 2 theta 0 sine theta d theta, and on solving you will get 4 lambda r square sine theta 0. So this is my dipole moment of that bent r. Time period, second part of that question. So I am not giving you the explanation. I upon Te. I is not current, it is moment of inertia of that disk. Te also not potential energy, but dipole moment into electric field. So we have already found dipole moment, we already know electric field E, and moment of inertia for disk will be given as mr square. By putting all that, you can solve this question. Next. In a certain reason, electric field is along z direction throughout. So we are given with electric field is along z direction. Yeah. The magnitude of electric field is, however, not constant, but increases uniformly. Some questions have been given from NCERT also better, because sometimes direct question comes up. Okay. For that reason. So I am given with dipole moment 10 to the power minus 7. I am given with the rate of change of electric field along z direction, that is 10 to the power 8. And I am asked force. So my force will be P into dE by dz. And because the electric field is increasing in z direction and dipole is also in z direction, so torque is 0. So you can solve this question also from basic. Force is P into d by dz. P is given, d by dz given, so force can be calculated. And my dipole and electric field are parallel, so there will be no torque. Torque will be 0. Next. A dipole with electric dipole moment E located at distance r with find the force acting. So yeah, this question is good. Let us solve this question. In the starting discussion only, I have already told how to, if electric field is not constant, three cases we are given. First, along the thread. So suppose my thread is like this, and my dipole is also like this. And it is a distance r. But my dipole consists of what? A positive charge and negative charge. Positive will be repelled by QE. This will be attracted by QE. So my net force will be what? 0. So in first case, my net force is 0. In second case, suppose minus is given, plus is given. So dipole is like this. along the radius vector r. So in this case, because force is P into dE by dr. Electric field due to a line thread, we have already discussed in previous DPP and we have already explained in visual physics application. So you can refer to that d by dr of 2k lambda by r. Okay, so on solving, you will get 2k lambda p by r square, but direction is towards wire. Can Naveen explain why the direction of force is towards wire, not away from wire? Naveen, can you tell beta why the direction of force, if a dipole is placed along radius vector r, is towards the wire, not away from the wire? Can you tell us why? Hmm. No, the force is not same. You see why? Because now negative charge is nearer to the this thread, and positive charge is farther from the thread. Second point is that negative charge electric field will be more because this point is more nearer to the thread. Positive charge is farther, so electric field will be less. So force is less, field is less, and distance is more. Field is more and distance is less. So net force is in favor of negative charge. So net force is towards the wire. Okay. For first case, yeah, the force was same. For first case, because the distance was same, electric field was same. So positive and negative were equal and opposite. So net force was 0. But in second case, it is not. That is the concept in this question. Third one is again very good. Have you attempted the third one, Naveen? No? Okay, let us discuss. So suppose I'm drawing in not 3D, I'm drawing 2D. So my thread is going inside into the paper. Okay. And my charge plus Q is there, my charge minus Q is there for dipole. What it is saying, read the question. At right angle to the thread and radius vector r. So it is both perpendicular to thread also. What I mean when I made the cross means this thread is come perpendicular to this plane of screen. I mean that. Okay. And this dipole is perpendicular to my radius vector r also. Okay. Now suppose the distance between these two is L and it is making angle theta. So by symmetry, it is also making angle theta. Okay. For a small value of theta, I can write as theta is approximately equal to sine theta is approximately equal to L by R. Now, F net, force net will be what? 2 times of, because this wire is in this direction. So this is pushing in this and this is pulling in this direction. It will push away the positive part of dipole and it will pull towards the negative part. Okay. Yes or no? But my component is what component I am interested in. I am interested in this direction. So if this direction is F, so this will be what? This will be F sine theta. Similarly, on same reasoning, this will also be F sine theta. So my F net will be 2 times of F into sine theta. Now 2 into what is force? 2k lambda by r electric field into charge q into sine theta. What is my sine theta? Approximately equal to theta. So it will be L upon. But this total distance was L. So this will be L by 2. L by 2 by R. So on solving, you will get final answer as lambda P by 2 by epsilon naught R. Okay. Next question. Electric dipole of moment is kept at point and in an electric field. I am given with first dipole moment is given, second is electric field is given. Okay, but point to be noted is my dipole moment is along I cap means x axis only. I have to worry about x axis variation. But my electric field is having both component x and y. So what I'll do, I'll put y as constant. And I will only differentiate with respect to x. So this is the concept of this question. So if I have to find the force, F is given as P into d by dx. Yes, Naveen? Yeah. Yes, not perpendicular to its direction. So P is already given, P, and dE by dx, if I am differentiating, if it is given Pi, okay, I differentiate this, I will get with respect to x, I am differentiating 4y square I cap plus again 4 to the 8 x y j cap. But I am interested only in magnitude because the question is asking magnitude. So P into under root of, if I take 4y common, it will be y square plus 4x. This is the answer. So what did we got to know? I have to see the direction of dipole moment if I have to differentiate electric field. This was the concept on this question. Next. Now you can see here I have to find electric field due to first dipole, Mr. 1. So Mr. 1, it is on equatorial point, and this is plus, this is minus. So E1 is along this. Mr. 3. So E3 is also along this. But Mr. 2, it is on its axial point, right? So E2. Okay. Second thing is E1 and E3 are equal in magnitude. It is also Kp by x cube. It is also Kp by x cube. And E2, because it is on axial point, so 2 Kp by x cube. But this 2 adds up Kp plus Kp, 2 Kp, but it is in opposite direction of E2. So my E net is 0. Next. Why is E2 towards right? You only should answer me. Minus is nearer to this point. Na? So the effect of minus will be more dominating than plus. That's why. Dipole. Field is opposite. That is fine. But you see, na, Naveen Babu, this is minus, this is plus. But this point is nearer to minus or plus? It is nearer to minus, na? So whose effect will be dominating? Minus effect will be dominating. No problem. Next. Next question is saying an electric dipole is placed along x-axis at origin, a point P. So I am given with an electric dipole which is placed at origin, and I am given a point P which is at 20 centimeter and which is making angle pi by 3, that is 60 degree. If electric field at T makes an angle theta with x-axis, so my electric field, net electric field is suppose making angle alpha. What it is saying? What it is saying? Theta is pi by 3 plus alpha. And we know from the given condition, tan alpha is always half of tan pi by 3. So my theta will be what? Pi by 3 plus tan inverse of, what is tan pi by 3? Next. Question number 14. Again, same question in the same direction only. Electric field is parallel to y-axis. So what it is saying, that my electric field is given. The dipole is given, placed along x-axis. A point P is there. OP is making angle theta. But my net electric field is parallel to y-axis, means it is perpendicular to x-axis. If it is parallel to y-axis, so this is perpendicular to x-axis. So I already know that alpha plus theta is 90 degree and tan alpha is always half of tan theta. So on solving, I'll get tan theta is equal to root 2. Next. This question I am not going to discuss because we have already discussed in our visual physics class. This question is given only for your practice purpose, to check whether you have understood the principle of superposition or not. This plus 2q can be taken as q and q. So this is one dipole and this is another dipole. Yeah, very good. Next. The ratio of electric field due to electric dipole on axial and equatorial line at equal distance will be. So I have already told you that E axial is 2kp by x cube. E equatorial is kp by x cube because distance is given same. So if I have to find the ratio, it is 2:1. Love proportion. Two charges are given at 2.4 angstrom apart. So distance is also given. It is placed in uniform electric field of intensity itna, and you have to find dipole moment. Now sometimes redundant data is given. I am not interested in external electric field, but this question has given this to make you confused. And some students will try to find torque and whatnot. I simply have to put, dipole moment, the electric dipole moment is charge q into distance d. That is 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 19 into 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 10 angstrom. So on solving, you will get 7.68 into 10 to the power minus 29. Okay. So sometimes in the question, redundant data is also given to make you confuse or to confuse you. Okay. Again, this question is very simple. We are given, I have to find maximum torque. Now, tau is given as P into E into sine theta. It will be maximum when my sine theta becomes maximum. And I know maximum value of sine theta can be 1. So I simply have to find P into E. What is P? Q into D into E. So I am given with Q, I am given with D, and I am given with E. You can solve on your own. Will come to the answer 12 into 10 to the power minus 3 Newton per meter. Next question. A dipole of dipole moment P is kept at the center of a ring of radius R. What I am given, a ring is given, and what I am given, a dipole is given, which is at its center, the ring of radius R. Okay. Now the dipole moment has direction along the axis of the ring. We have to find the resultant force on the ring due to the dipole. Now, electric field due to dipole on each point of ring, electric field on dipole E is equal to Kp by Rq. Due to this dipole, every point is lying on its equatorial axis now. Whether I'm taking this point or outward or downward. So every point is lying on its equatorial axis. Many equatorial axes can be drawn. So electric field due to dipole on the ring is E is equal to Kp by Rq. So my net force will become what? Q into E. So my answer is Kp by Rq. So because dipole was the smaller chapter, we have came to our last question today very quickly. Now this question is also again very easy question because I have already discussed this kind of question. But again, I will solve this question for you guys. Electric dipole is placed along x-axis. A point P is at distance of 20 centimeter from this origin, making an angle theta pi by 3. So dipole is given, a distance is given 20 centimeter, angle is given pi by 3. If electric field at P makes angle theta with x-axis. Now my electric field, net electric field, suppose in this direction EP. So with x-axis it is making angle theta. Suppose this angle is alpha. So I already know that tan alpha is half of tan. Now you see the trick is this only, because we have we have memorized tan theta. It's not tan theta, it is half of tan of angle which that point is making with the center of dipole. So I will write tan pi by 3. So this comes out to be half into root 3. So alpha comes out to be tan inverse root 3 by 2. Okay. But my theta is what? My theta is exterior angle theorem you have read already. Theta is alpha plus pi by 3. So pi by 3 plus tan inverse root 3 by 2. Yes, Kimai? Ask beta. What is the doubt? Kimai? You raised hand now? Ask. Kimai? Okay, by mistake. So that's all from my end for today. But because today I am leaving you guys so early, so tomorrow we are going to solve JEE advanced level question and Olympiad level question. Better be prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow our class will get no, not option 3 ki main, option D only beta. I told you na. What mistake we take? This theta, we take tan alpha is half of tan theta, but not theta. This angle. Okay, so for that reason your option C is wrong. Option B is only correct. So that's all from my end for today. Hope you are studying well. So tomorrow we will discuss the advanced level problems. Question 22 is actually repeated question of question 5. No, I am not going to discuss that. Question 22 is same as question number 5. Sorry. Bye.